We know, and it has been repeated, that the Amazon is a core fulcrum in the Earth's planetary system. We already know that we're in an ecological crisis. This is B-roll of the fires in the Amazon. Now, it's very important to note, and I just want to say here, I mean, look, and also how the fires are affecting cities in Brazil. It's very important to be real here that this is a political project. This is inseparable from the Bolsonaro government. This is inseparable from the U.S. backing of things like Lava Jato, the Wall Street endorsement of Jair Bolsonaro. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, on the day that Bolsonaro won, put out a tweet saying, he's controversial, but great business opportunities. So it's extremely important that we frame and understand what this is, which is that Jair Bolsonaro, along with the Republican Party, is the greatest threat to human survival on planet Earth right now. That this is a political decision. This is an ecocide and a global ecological threat. And it's also absolutely a form of ethnic cleansing of the Brazilian indigenous communities. And that there is a long policy set which implicates the Obama administration, the DOJ, Wall Street, mining and ag businesses that lead to this moment we're in, which is literally life and death for the entire planet. This is a report from Brian Mayer. He's a reporter, of course, for Telesur and also co-editor of Brazil Wire, which is the indispensable Brazil resource everybody needs to read, reporting from Sao Paulo yesterday on the fires.
I'm standing on the north side of São Paulo, where the entire city is engulfed in smog, as it has been since Monday, in a weather phenomenon that's related to smoke coming up from the Amazon rainforest, where thousands of fires are currently raging. Now, every year in the dry season in the Amazon region, small farmers and ranchers practice slash and burn agriculture techniques. They burn the scrub on their land, and it creates nutrients in the soil. It's not good for the environment, but it's hard to convince them to stop doing it. But what's happening this year is different. President Jair Bolsonaro is giving out signals to the big loggers and agribusiness companies that they can invade natural parks and indigenous reservations and chop down trees and burn whatever they want. And so there's huge fires out of control, animals are dying, and the risk is that if he continues acting this way, there could be a phenomenon called dieback, in which the entire forest could burn down uncontrollably if it reaches a certain point of deforestation. And some biologists are predicting this could happen by 2030. Now, if Bolsonaro stays in power acting this way, the odds are that this is really going to happen. And since the Amazon provides the world with 20% of its oxygen, it would be a catastrophe.
Jair Bolsonaro is the greatest threat to human survival on planet Earth right now. But by extension, obviously, the United States government, the corporations that have backed him. And this needs to be understood politically. It needs to be understood economically. And we'll certainly get back to, the latest about the political imprisonment of Lula. But everybody who, first of all, backed and orchestrated this process and then uncritically covered it has a direct stake and implication in something that literally threatens the future of the entire planet and is a crisis, a profound crisis in Brazil right now. Several weeks ago, an indigenous leader was murdered. This also correlates with regular shootings of activists and organizers in Brazil, ongoing threats, legal and extrajudicial, against Glenn Greenwald. And just 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, Marielle Franco's wife, her widow, went to go visit Lula in prison. Marielle, of course, was assassinated by a cartel that a lot of reports can link to the Bolsonaro family. So that's what's happening, and it is a matter of utmost urgency. We